As pandemic fears fade, but the sting of inflation continues, more and more retired Americans are choosing to rejoin the workforce.
It's a trend called unretirement, and following a COVID-era dip, it's once again gaining traction in today's labor market.
According to a Go Banking Rate survey, more than half of Americans plan to keep working in their retirement, but it's not always an easy transition.
Heather Graf shares the story of one man working to break through the barriers and the resources available to those looking to get back to work.
We hope you have a pleasant day in Northeast Pennsylvania.
There's an American coming in at 5:51.
Michael O'Brien knows the flight schedule at Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport like the back of his hand.
How are we doing, folks?
Wonderful. Thanks. How are you today?
Oh, not bad for a guy my age.
At 76 years young, that's his job. O'Brien is an ambassador at the airport here in Pennsylvania. He spends a big part of his day greeting travelers as they come and go.
Your ride should be outside the door here.
But this isn't his first job.
As I used to say, I've done everything except peddle papers or pump gas.
In 2009, O'Brien retired from his print and mail position at MetLife.
Have a good day.
But now, more than a decade later, he's starting a new chapter.
So why ultimately did you decide the time was right for you to unretire?
Essentially, so I could eat and keep a roof over my head.
While unretirement slowed during the pandemic, experts say factors like inflation are forcing older Americans back into the workforce. In fact, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reports the only age group whose labor participation is projected to grow this decade is those 75 plus.
I don't think I had saved enough money, and things were definitely getting more expensive.
A 2022 AARP survey found that 55% of retirees who work said financial need is the main reason.
They're coming back because of day-to-day expenses are going up. They can't save as much for retirement, and so they want to make sure that they shore up those retirement savings.
And it's more than just that, says Heather Tinsley Fix, who is the AARP's senior advisor for employer engagement.
We are living longer, we're staying healthier for longer, and this is reflected in sort of the second reason people cite as wanting to return to work is things like wanting to stay mentally active, enjoying work, and feeling like they still have something to contribute.
She says research shows older workers have higher levels of engagement and motivation. But according to a recent Paycheck survey, 62% of hiring managers are skeptical about employing retirees.
Ironically, other research shows that once those folks are hired, hiring managers rate them just as well or better than other younger folks they've hired. So there's really kind of a perception issue.
Career site Zippia reports that older workers are offered jobs 40% less frequently than younger candidates with similar skills. And 60% of older employees have seen or experienced workplace age discrimination.
There's still a lot of work to do to dismantle these ideas that older workers have some level of limitation.
So O'Brien says it was life-changing when he stumbled across a resource called the Senior Community Service Employment Program.
How you doing?
It was a chance encounter at a job fair, and it's how he ended up here. The federally funded job training program provides valuable work experience and grant-sponsored income to adults nationwide aged 55 and older.
We try to project a positive image, not only for the airport, but for the entire area.
Eligible participants are then matched with part-time training positions at public facilities and nonprofits.
We really work to find out what a person wants to do, what kind of work is going to be meaningful for them, and then we align that with the necessary skills, the job skills that a person's going to need to succeed and thrive in that field, in that job.
The National Council on Aging says the program serves about 40,000 people annually and is meant to be a stepping stone back into employment.
How grateful are you that program exists?
More grateful than you could imagine.
Older workers like O'Brien proving there's value in experience.
I will stay here, God willing, until the 4 years of the program is up.
And age is just a number.
I'll be almost 80 years old, so I may decide to run for president. Have a great day. Stay out of trouble, everybody.
While it's not the first time this has happened, the future of the Senior Community Service Employment Program is caught in a political tug-of-war.
The House Committee on Appropriations has proposed a bill to eliminate its funding, while the Senate is pushing for it to remain. The program would not be impacted before July of 2024.
For more information on eligibility requirements, visit the National Council on Aging's website.